If you're too serious, then trust me, clients don't want to work with you that way either because you're stressed and you're not fun. And people want to have an experience and they want to be with somebody that's going to make them smile and laugh and have a good time because this world is already so daunted and depression as it is. Be that little light for them.
Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys? Hi, Sarah. Good to see you again. Hey, Carrie. All right, you guys, I'm going to ask that you guys turn on your screens because one, I don't like talking to a black screen. I like to make sure that I am talking to people that you guys can actually resonate with what I'm saying. And so if I can see that you are, it's going to be better for you and your business. It's going to be better for your clients. It's going to be better for your pockets as well. Let me see how many here. Let's do this. We're talking about lead gen and conversion today. I want to see how many people have been in the business for 1 to 2 years. 1, 2, 3. All right. Anybody in the business for about 5 or under? I'm trying to gauge where you guys are at business-wise. Okay. Anybody been in the business for 7 to 10 years? A few. All right. So give me if you guys can in the chat, what are you guys looking to get from this today? Because I want to make sure I'm hitting what you guys need because my lead gen and conversion can be quite all over the place. And so what is it that you guys are looking for? If you guys can come off mute or either tap in the chat, that would be helpful for us to figure out where you guys need the most help.
I would say lead generation.
What specifically, Steve? Because lead generation can cover so many different things, right?
Well, I would say that probably connecting with past clients, potential buyers, connecting with them, doing a better job of connecting with past clients.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Steve. I'll make sure we get on that. Go ahead, Jackie.
I would agree with what Steve said, but also engaging with people after an open house.
After an open house. Good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Anybody else? The more engagement we have, the better this is going to be for you guys. I promise. No.
Lani, I just joined. What was the question?
What are you guys looking for to get out of this?
Oh.
So Judith said, nurturing relationships and friendships and clients. How social media is effective in your angle. Sarah said, been logging in as much as possible to get my mind right. New ideas, connecting with y'all. All right, you guys. So if I'm correct, it looks like you guys are trying to figure out how to stay connected with past clients, how to form those new relationships, whether that's somebody over the internet, after an open house, or just trying to be in relationship. Is that correct, you guys? Can I get a hands up? Hands up, hands up, hands up. The more I see, the better. Fantastic. So Sarah was here yesterday, and we actually kind of went over a little bit of this yesterday on how to do some free events. Suma was here yesterday as well. Suma, did you like it yesterday? Did you get good content? Yeah. So yesterday we went over how can we connect with our past clients doing free or basically very cheap, inexpensive events. So we can continue on that. But I will say this, you guys, if you guys are looking to build that relationship, being that we range from like 1 year to 20 years in this business, I'm going to give you guys the best tip that helps me grow my business and still helps me to continue to get business on a daily basis. So one thing I will say is to call your past clients. I know you guys hate the phone. I know you guys hate it, but I will say this, you guys, don't think of it as a love-hate relationship. Think of it as you are reconnecting in a relationship with somebody who has already trusted you, somebody who's already done business with you, somebody who already likes you. Right? And so if you guys look at it that way, then it's going to be a little bit easier. Now, how many of you guys have not called your past clients in quite some time? Raise your hand. Oh man, then you guys get that dreaded feeling in your stomach. You're like, what am I going to say? I haven't talked to them in like a year or two or like 5 or whatever, right? How many of you guys feel that? Raise your hand. Yeah, right? And you're like, I don't want to just be calling just to call. So who wants to do a little role script with me, role play on how something like that, you can overcome that and still build that relationship? Because here's the thing, we're building a relationship one way or the other. We're either building our relationship to stay in relationship, or we're building the relationship to take ourselves out of relationship. You're moving that needle one way or the other. Does that sound fair? So who wants to role play? Sarah, yeah. All right. So do you want to be the agent, or you want to be the client that I haven't talked to in like a couple of years?
I can be either one. I'll be the client.
Okay.
Unless you want to be the agent.
Yeah, no, you can be the client. It's good. All right. So let's say ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah, it's Lani. How are you?
Hey, Lani. How are you doing?
Long time no talk, huh?
I know.
Oh my gosh, I know. I'm so sorry. I failed at touching bases with you, but I was just thinking about you the other day, and I was thinking about all the people that really impacted my life, and why I am where I am today. And you really came to the forefront of my mind. And I just wanted to reach out and tell you, like, thank you so much for being there in my corner. Thank you for supporting me. I truly do appreciate you. I love seeing you and your boys at the football practice and the football scrimmage. I mean, I might not talk to you every single day, but I am definitely following you. I love seeing how you're growing, and I just want to say thank you. Is there anything that I might be able to help you out with right now? I know the holidays are coming up. You are quite involved in a lot of things, so just wanted to reach out and see.
No, I mean, I don't really plan on selling anytime soon, but if you could send me a market analysis, that would be great.
Yeah. What's curious about the market analysis?
Just with the market being so crazy a couple of years ago, I just want to see what my value's at.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Send me over what you owe on the interest rate, and I'd be happy to do that. Can I get it over to you in the next few days?
Yeah, whenever. There's no hurry.
All right, perfect. Well, I just wanted to tell you, thank you so much for touching my life. Like, literally, Sarah, I would love to get a coffee with you. How does next Tuesday or Thursday work for you?
Oh, Thursday sounds better.
Thursday sounds better. 2 or 4?
2.
Perfect. I'm going to put you on my calendar right now. And then if you have any questions or concerns, we'll definitely feel free to reach out to me, and I'll bring the market analysis with me when we have coffee.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. I hope you have an amazing day.
You too.
All right, perfect. What did I do in that script, you guys? What did I do?
Not
Sarah,
make a mistake.
What happened?
You did not make it about real estate. She did.
Exactly. And did I acknowledge how long it's been since I talked to her? Yeah. But what else did I do? What did I do when I followed up with that right away?
You praised them.
Praised them. What did I, like, how?
Told them how good they were, good to work with, and made your business better, and just kind of kept it about her and her family.
Okay. Do you think when you make a phone call like that, even if it's been 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, that somebody's going to feel appreciated once they get off the phone call with you? Do you think that you can make those type of phone calls?
Yeah.
How many of you can make that?
Definitely.
How many? Yeah. Right. And that's easy peasy. Like, and what did she say? I wanted a market analysis, even though I'm not looking to sell, but what are we going to do? We're going to meet for coffee. Because here's the thing, you guys, most sellers are in the spectrum of like 1 day to 400, I think 32 or 37 days of selling. So she might not really can be considering it right now, but she might be on that spectrum. And guess what? I'm going to be at the beginning of that. Do you understand how that relationship works? Because here's the thing, you guys should be getting at least 20 referrals a year from people that you know, whether that's past clients, friends, family, your SOI, 20 referrals. And if you're not getting 20 referrals, well, somebody like me are taking them. Is that what would 20 transactions do for your business for a year? How many of you would be happy with 20 referrals in 1 year? Raise your hand. I would, right? I love referrals. They are the best, right? Would that make you feel or help your business, especially in this market, knowing that you have 20 pieces of business because you stayed in relationship with people? Yeah. How many of you guys have a Facebook page? Raise your hand. How many of you have past clients that are on your Facebook? Almost every single one of you guys. How many of you guys have a VIP page just for them?
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Do it. I have all of my past clients, current clients, and any clients who want to work with me in my VIP page. Okay. This is where I give them updated information before I give to anybody else. I give them upcoming listings that I know that are coming before anybody else, because technically we're not supposed to do any coming soons here in Washington State. But what can somebody do if it's my VIP page and they don't have access? They can't see that I'm not doing something that they don't know that I should be doing. Right? So here's the thing. Do you think my clients feel a little bit more special that they get to see any inventory that I might have coming up on the market first, or any inventory that I know of other agents that are coming on the market first that they get to have a look at first? Yeah. All of my events go on my VIP page as well. Right? I'm doing a trunk or treat this weekend. Guess who found out first? They did. When I wanted to figure out what raffle prize to give away, guess who got to vote on it? They did. Right? Do you think they have a say in how my business goes a little bit? Right? I'll be quite honest. I am doing a magazine ad. I have two page spread in 2 different magazines for funeral homes, you guys, for funeral homes. And guess who got to edit and put in their say when I needed some help? They did. Do you think they feel invested in my business? What do you think that does for them? Somebody give me some answers.
They feel special
Why?
because you're giving them attention and you're giving them VIP service. You're highlighting them because they're paying attention to you and you're paying attention to them.
Yeah. So by me saying like, hey, can you guys help edit this for me? Or what do you guys think about this, and this? Do you think they might have a little bit of say on how I move around in my business? They have no ownership of my business, but they have a little bit of a say. Right? And why, for me personally, why I do that is because I want to make sure that my material, my marketing, whatever I do is appealing to my clientele. And if it doesn't appeal to them, then I want to figure out what it is that does not sit well with them, so that way I can tweak it right away before I put it out to the masses. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, your VIP group is something that's cheap, it's free, and it's easy to do. It's also something that if you guys have past clients on your Facebook, it's a great way to stay in relationship. Okay. I use my Facebook like a CRM. So like when I said, hey, Sarah, I love seeing your boys grow. Like, she was literally at a scrimmage game with the boys, parents versus kids, the other day. How did I know that? Because I see Sarah's stuff on Facebook. And I'm going to acknowledge that. Like, if I see somebody going through a divorce, or if I see them having a hard time, or they're separated, or they just announced a baby, or they moved to a new job, or they lost their job, or a loved one passed away. Like, I have a system. It's called AM cards. Write it down. AM cards. AM cards. AM cards. It's $40 a month, and you can personalize it. They have a whole bunch of different cards that you can do. You can put your own signature in there. You can add your own pictures. So if you did a closing, you can take a picture of your people and put it on the front of the card. They will mail it out and post it next day, and it's very nice. You can also send brownies, cupcakes, books, $2 bills, gift cards, diner cards, Home Depot cards. I'm going to say check it out, because use your Facebook. If you guys are trying to figure out how to stay in relationship and you see somebody on your Facebook, especially a past client going through something, get in your AM cards, shoot them out a card, and let them know that you're thinking of them. You can give them a call, pick them up. Hey, I just saw that you're posting and looks like you've been having a hard time. Is there anything I might be able to help you out with? Like, these are the type of things, like, you don't have to make it harder than what it needs to be. Everything is up in your mind. And your drunk monkey is telling you, like, oh my gosh, don't reach out. Oh my gosh, I hate the phone. Oh my God. Like, what if they don't remember who Stop it. Stop it, because your entire life can change with one decision. Okay. And this is the market right now. I'm going to tell you guys, like, this market that we are in, it's going to be all about how are you building relationships with others? How are you staying in relationship? And how are you serving and showing up authentically? Okay. This is not a fast-paced market where you have a buyer and you can just throw them away because they're not exactly ready and you have 20 more buyers waiting. No, that's not the market. Okay, this market, you have to nurture these relationships. And for any of you guys who are following me on Facebook right now, if you guys are not, follow me on Facebook, because you guys will see what I'm doing. You guys will see that I'm still closing transactions. Like, I'm still in business. I'm still doing a lot of business. Like, I'm doing a lot of events right now. Like, I have the trunk or treat going on that my VIP group is getting invited to. Actually, I'm going to call all of them today to make sure that they know, right? And when in my VIP group, I have turkey bingo coming up pretty soon. I have a DPA class coming up pretty soon. Like, I am busy. I'm doing 8 open houses a month. Like, I am nonstop. Right? If you guys want to make it in this business, especially in this market, you guys are going to have to do what does not feel good. And I'll be quite honest with you guys, very, very honest. I don't like doing open houses. But how many am I doing? 8. I'm doing 8 open houses a month. I don't like them. I don't really care for them. Why? Because especially right now in Washington State, it's cold, it's rainy, it's windy, it's nasty, it's gross, and I get cold very easily because I don't have no body heat, and I don't enjoy it. But I also know, like, right now, I'm telling you guys, please, please, please hear me out. This season, put in the work and you will get the most serious buyers and the most serious sellers out there right now. This is my all-time favorite season to work. I do more business in this season because everybody else doesn't want to work. They want to go on holiday. They want to go on vacation. They have trips planned. It's too cold. It's nasty. The sun's not shining. Like, there's every excuse under the sun on why they don't want to do business.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and if you guys know this, that's less competition for you guys. That's less, like, stack your pipeline now. Stack it. Like, you guys need business. How many of you guys need business? Raise your hand. I'm going to raise my hand because I want business every day. And if you guys don't want business, send it over to my way. Okay? I don't care where you guys are at. Just send it to me and I'll go refer it out and get a referral. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, these are the things that you need to do. And here's the thing. You don't have to do it by yourself. You can get your lender partner to do it with you. So that way you're not lonely. You don't like to put out the open house signs? Pay a neighborhood kid or paying somebody else to put out your signs for you. Okay. Is this helping you guys some? Steve, you had something to say? Were you going to say something?
I was going to say yes, it's helping.
Yeah? Am I hitting on what you need?
Well, I mean, doing open houses, I've thought about doing them. I'm like you. I do not like doing them unless they're my own listing. So right now we don't have, well, we have one listing coming up, but, you know, I need to do listings, hold listings for other properties that are not mine.
Yeah. I'm doing open houses regardless if they're mine or not.
Right.
If I'm hitting 8 a month, then trust me, they're not all my listings, right? But here's the thing. Do your clients know that? No.
No.
Right? Does your social media know that? No. What they see, perception is reality. If they see you out there doing open houses, if they see you out there showing houses, how many of you guys have buyer tours in your, not buyer tours, agent tours once a week in your area? Raise your hand. Okay. Even if you don't, I'm going to say once a week. I don't care what day it is, Tuesday, Wednesday, block it out on your calendar, go and tour 5 to 10 homes, do videos of it. Don't post them back to back. What you're going to do is you're going to use those videos and you're going to post them throughout the week and say, look at this house that I just saw, blah, blah, blah. It's a 3-bed. If you want some questions, right? Because here's the thing, perception is reality. Okay. If they think you're busy, if they think you have an open house, if they think you have listings, guess what? They want to work with somebody who is busy. They don't want to work with an agent who's not doing anything. Okay. There's another little secret for you guys. Right. Perception is reality. Like during my open house, I had my last open house. We were slammed, so busy that I was thirsty. My mouth was like cotton mouth because I was talking so much. I didn't even get to talk to everybody because we had so many people through. And then at the same time, my lender who was hosting it with me, like both of us couldn't talk to everybody who came through. We were raffling off a bouquet of candy and a $50 gift card. Okay. Like there are things that you can do that make you stand out. When you're doing an open house, especially if it's not a new listing, make sure you are circle dialing or neighborhood knocking. Like, and again, nobody wants to knock doors, right? Who wants to knock doors? Raise your hand. Nobody. But guess where the money's at? Guess where the money's at, you guys? Doing that, because those neighbors who are coming through that open house, those are sellers. Those are sellers. Which means now you have a 2-for-1, right? Again, do I like doing open houses? No. However, I know what this market is requiring. I also know that I want my business to survive, right? So if I want my business to survive, well, what's the bigger pain point? Me knocking doors, me doing open houses, me lead generating for 3 hours, me having conversations where I haven't maybe talked to somebody for 3, 6, maybe a year, right? Or going to get a 9 to 5, somebody telling me what time I need to be to work, somebody telling me what time I need to take a break, somebody telling me what time I have to take a lunch, somebody telling me what time my next break is, and somebody telling me if I have to work overtime or not, somebody telling me that I can go home at this time, or somebody telling me that I can maybe have a 2-week vacation out of the year. Then I need to get it approved. What is more painful? And to me, that scenario is 1,000 times more painful. What is more painful for you guys? Like, are you guys on the verge of needing to go find another job? Because right now, 50% of agents by the end of this year are no longer going to be in business. And is that going to be you because you don't want to pick up the phone? Is that going to be you because you don't want to do an open house? Is that going to be you because you don't want to do what you need to do right now? I hope not. I hope not. I want to see every single one of you thrive. But I will be very honest with you. This market hit everyone at the same time. this market, it didn't care if you were a mega producer, a non-producer, a middle producer, everybody got hit. And right now we've been in this market long enough where everybody is either going to shift and tweak, or people are going to put their head in the sand, pray that it passes, and be out of business. Okay? What side do you guys want to be on? I know I shifted my business. I'm doing a lot of things I don't want to do. I don't want to do them at all. Like I'll be quite honest, I even got myself a dialer, something that I was petrified of using for 10 years, you guys. 10 years. I was petrified, scared to the bones, because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. What if it's calling somebody else and I'm not done with writing my notes I did it anyways. I can dial for 3 hours and it's literally having me dial for like 6. Does that make sense? Like this market. And then here's the other thing, when I'm talking to people, whether it's a internet lead, a cold lead, like it doesn't matter. If they give me some type of attitude and they're like, hey, I was just looking, I don't really care, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, Steve, you know what? I'm doing my job. You put your information in. I'm calling you back because I wanted to make sure that you had your questions or your concerns answered. And if you don't want to do something, that's quite all right, because I don't want you to do something that you're not ready to do. And I'm not looking to work with you if you're not willing to do anything, because I want to help the people who want to do something right now. That's legit what I say. And you know what? Their attitude changes so freaking fast. I'm looking for the motivated. I'm not looking to motivate. Did you guys hear that? I'm looking for the motivated. I'm not looking to motivate. So if they're not ready to go, I'm like, great, fantastic. Let me get to the next call. Because right now, the dial it's in the numbers of contacts, whether that's open house, that's dials, that's door knocking, that's face-to-face, right? Your conversion is going to matter with how many people you are connecting with. Okay, so we have a couple minutes left. I know I went over a lot. I don't know if that helped. Did you guys feel like you guys got a lot of information, good information, things that you guys can use? Do you guys have questions or concerns? Like, address them now, because I want to make sure that you guys get the information needed to be successful. What's going on, Rachel? You're on mute. There you go.
Yes. I actually had a couple questions. One had to do with if it's not your listing. I'm in the 1 to 2 years, even less experience. So I wanted to know, if it's not your listing, what is your role do you ask to cover open houses, or is that okay?
So what I'll do here, so that way you know how to do it, because maybe you do, but somebody else here doesn't, is I will call that agent, or I will text that agent if they don't answer. I'll try to build a relationship with them really quickly, right? Because I want them to trust me with their listing and say, hey, I saw that you just put a listing on the market today. I was wondering if you could let me host it, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 1. I've been in the business for however many years. I'll be sure to make sure that as soon as we close the open house, that I give you feedback, so that way you can give it to your sellers directly. Mm-hmm. Please let me know if that works.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'll have 2 or 3 picked out that just came on the market that I want to be with. Now, sometimes I strike out on all 3 of them, and that's okay. I'm just going to continue going, but I'm going to search the areas that I want to be in. I'm going to search different price points, right? Because different price points bring different buyers, right? And then I'm also going to search different criteria, right? A 2-bedroom, 1 bath compared to a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath compared to, Tacoma versus Puyallup, or what area, a 350 compared to a 700, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have another question too.
Yeah.
Do you recommend, or, anyone can answer this, is it helpful to pick a niche market or niche market to focus in, because it's just such a broad, just cold call, is that something that you focus on? And
I will say this, as of right now, like for the last 10 years, I didn't really focus on a niche, right? I will say right now, currently, I finally found a really good business partner that I think I can work with. I've been working on something for 5 years. I finally brought her in, and it's me working with silver lining clients. And so we are going to like my funeral ad, right? My funeral ads are specific to life transition, bereavement, people who need to transfer into hospice or something like that, right? So I'm really dialing in on the baby boomers. They have the biggest amounts of wealth, but they also require a lot of patience. They're not very tech savvy, which again, you have to do a lot of face-to-face, right? And so for me, I'm really starting to dial more into that because now I have the right business partner. Now, some people focus on VA, some people focus on first-time buyers, some are specifically luxury. I'm going to say focus on whatever you feel most passionate about and then start focusing on that. But don't turn away any business that comes that doesn't fit that niche. Does it make sense? Okay. Yeah. Anybody else? Keys, Lori.
Hi. Okay. Quick question. I wanted to go back to when you were talking about using the dialer and that you want to find motivated people, not motivate people. I totally get that. And I understand. But my question is, so if you dial somebody and they're just absolutely not interested, just looking, you said you just move on to the next one. Do you at least put them on like an auto drip email or anything like that? So maybe they might be ready in the future.
Yeah, and I'll ask them like, what brought you on if you're just looking? And they're like, oh, I'm looking for my daughter, or my lease isn't up for like another year, or whatever case may be. I'm like, all right, well, is it okay if I just continue to send you a few listings? Or are there anything that you need me to tweak? And can I follow up with you in like 2 to 3 months?
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
So no matter what, like, I might not continue that conversation very long, but I'm still going to put them on some kind of drip, and I'm going to get permission to say, hey, can I follow up with you in 2 to 3 months to see where you might be at that time? And then I'll put, and then what I'll do is I'll put a calendar reminder on my calendar for like 15 minutes to say, call this person back, say what CRM they're from, their phone number, and then it's in my calendar as well, besides just a reminder in my CRM. Because I'll tell you, I'll be very quite honest, my reminders in my CRM, I don't really pay much attention to. Right? Unless it's in my calendar. Like, if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. That's just kind of how my mind works. So if it's in my calendar, I know I'm going to call back.
I get it. Yeah, no, totally great. And one other question, you had talked about doing ads for like bereavement and those kind of situations where people are maybe have passed away or are going into hospice or they're having this major life change. How do you structure those ads or those contacts without it seeming like we're just a realtor, pouncing on their troubles? Yeah.
So like I have it with the, I have 2 different funeral homes that I have these ads in. So it's not like me pouncing, it's me offering services for these life transition things. So you can always maybe find a couple funeral homes, create a brochure, and see if they'll put it out there for you.
You actually leave the brochure at the funeral home?
Yeah, and see if they want to partner with you.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Lonnie, I have a question. I have a question, Lonnie. So in our area, I think we're in the same MLS. I'm in Seattle. I love the idea of going through open houses and video, or not open houses, but new listings and videotaping them if they're not my listing. But how do you get around the rule that you can't videotape inside a house?
I still do it.
Oh, okay. You're a rule breaker.
Only, sometimes it depends, right? But I mean, quite honestly, like if you look at it, everybody's doing it. Like everybody's still doing it.
Okay.
Right. And so sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Well,
right.
I will tell you, Lani, long before you were even a real estate agent, probably, when I first started, I got a fine from the MLS for doing something that, the ask for forgiveness thing. And that's always like kind of.
I'm not going to lie. I got a fine too. I've gotten a fine from the MLS once as well. I'm going to knock on wood right now. But I also know that there's so many agents and so many brokers out there that are doing tours, that are showcasing the house, or like, this is what a $350,000 house will get you in Tacoma, or this is what a $500,000 house will get you out in Seattle, right? People are still doing it. I remember when that rule first came out, because I was like, what the hell? And I stopped doing it for a while, but then I'm like, no, I'm going to pick it back up. And I mean, can I get a slap on the hand? If you choose to turn me in, Steve, then yes, right? But I also know that perception is reality, and I'm going to continue serving at a very high level and showcasing what can and cannot be done and what's available for our clients out there who might be on the fence, because as of right now, to get somebody from, especially a buyer in this market, right? Because they're so concerned with interest rate, the payment. Like, do you know, like, I will be very honest with you guys, in our market, where we're out in Seattle, Tacoma area, and Washington State, a buyer needs to make at least $7,000 a month to qualify for a $300,000 to $350,000 home. That's insane. That's insane. So for me, if I'm going to show some kind of value, especially if they're like, can you, like, a single family trying to make $7,000 a month and pay for food and pay for groceries and pay the blah, 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 right? I need to make sure that I am adding some type of value of why they should be talking to me as an agent to help them reach their real estate goals. Does that make sense? And I'm not trying to be like a rule breaker, but if I'm a rule breaker, then there's a lot of other agents in the MLS that are rule breaking too. I can guarantee you that, and I see them all the time. Right? So I would say, Steve, do that and don't worry about it. Like, I know you're probably, are you a high C?
I'm compliant, Lani.
You are. Yeah. But you know what, Steve? Is it hurting you or is it helping you?
Being compliant? Well, you know what? Business was so great. Being compliant wasn't an issue, right? But now it's really dropped off. So, we're thinking outside of the box, and I'm doing things. I need to do things that get me out of my comfort zone. That's
and I think
because it'll either be feast or famine.
Yeah. And I think right now this market calls for out of the box thinking. Right. And so I really want you to look up some other agents on social media and see if they're posting videos. And if they're not posting videos, they're probably not doing any business. Right. But look at the agents that are doing business. They're posting videos.
Yeah.
They're doing.
I think, Lani, maybe if I just call the agent and say, hey, I want to do a quick tour, promote your house on my Facebook page. Who's going to not want to do that? Right. So, or allow that. So,
well, especially if the house has been sitting for a hot second too. Right.
Right.
Like, yeah. Definitely take a bit. And if that makes you feel better, then do it that way. Right?
Yeah, that's a good middle ground.
Yeah. Look at you stepping out of your comfort zone.
There you go. I'm freaking.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Because this is like, you guys, this market is hard, but it also can be a market where it can be really, really fun too. Like, make it fun again. Because if you're too serious, then trust me, clients don't want to work with you that way either, because you're stressed and you're not fun. And people want to have an experience, and they want to be with somebody that's going to make them smile and laugh and have a good time, because this world is already so daunting and depression as it is. Like, be that little light for them. And trust me, they'll be that little light for you at the same time. Does that sound fair?
Mm-hmm.
Great point.
Other questions?
How do you manage your time?
Oh man. I will be quite honest with you. I almost overslept this morning for this Zoom, because I have been running nonstop. When I made my commitment to do what I was going to do, like, I literally wrote out calendars for the last quarter, right? And so I've been going, like, this is my September calendar. You guys can see how much stuff, and those are just activities. That's not my lead gen. That's not my showings. That's not my listing appointments. Those are just activities, open houses, seminars, fire seminars, whatever case may be. Like right now, I probably haven't had a day off and I don't know how long. I'm working probably 15, 16-hour days, to be quite honest with you. I also have a 15-month-old daughter and a wife. Do I have a lot of time? I don't. But I also know that for me, I'm not going to say for you guys, but for me specifically, for me to feel good in my mind, I'm going to do what it needs to take right now in this market to make sure that my business not only survives, but when the interest rates change, that my business will thrive.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And I don't know if any of you guys have read the millionaire real estate book, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Shift book, right? Right, the Shift book. This literally, it is a shift. We are in a shift right now. Okay. And this market literally states that I know that our market is down about 60% in our market in Washington State. Now, every market's going to be different. Okay. So if our market is down 60% in Washington State, well, guess what? My efforts and my activities increased by 60%. Why did I do that? So that way I can make sure that my business not only survives, but thrives when it changes. And like, is it hard right now? Because my daughter, who's 15, well, she'll be 15 months here pretty soon. She's missing me like crazy. And I know this, and it breaks my heart. But I also know that I want to be able to make sure that if she needs a new clothes or food, because she's super freaking picky to eat. Like, she's the pickiest baby to eat ever. Like, I don't understand it. But like, or that I can make sure that she has a type of formula that she wants when she goes to bed, or like me thinking about this stuff. And if I don't have the resources to do it, that literally breaks my soul.
Yeah.
So I would rather break my soul right now, put it in 60% more activities to ensure that my daughter and my wife have the things needed to not feel the pain in this market. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so I might not have a lot of time. I might be running on like very little steam, but I also know like every morning I wake up and I say, when I don't want to get up, and that happens quite often, I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. Like, the thing that I say to myself is, in order to be successful, I need to do this. In order to make it through this market, I need to do this. Like, in order to provide for my family, I need to do this, right? Because here's the thing. If you are at work and you're not making those phone calls, if you're not doing those open houses, if you're not making those dials, like, you are stealing from your family. You're robbing your bank account. Because if you're not doing those activities, then you should be with your family, right? And if you're with your family, then you're robbing from your clients. Because you have a gift, and your gift is to help as many people as possible. And then you know that, then you should be serving at a higher level. And when you're not doing that, and you're not honoring your skills, and you're not honoring your gift, and you're not honoring your family or your clients either which way, you're robbing somebody.
Yeah.
Which one is it going to be? And that's just kind of how I look at it. Now, I am running. I'm not gonna lie, I'm running all the time. And sometimes it is stressful. And sometimes I'm like, gosh, I wish I had a break, and I wish that I had more time. But I also know that all my activities right now are going to pay off. They might not, and it is. Like right now I just closed one in escrow. I have 4 in escrow right now. I have an active listing. I have 3 other listings getting ready to hit the market. Do you think that you would tell that we're in a down market right now from my activities that I just said? No, you guys have no clue, right? But you guys know, because you guys are in this business with me. So is it paying off for me? Yeah. Right. And it gives me a little bit of peace of mind knowing that, you know what, I am transacting. I am helping families right now who didn't think that they could buy a house or sell their house or whatever, can make that move because of interest rates or the market or whatever. Like, I'm serving not just my client, I'm serving my community, and I'm having peace of mind that my family is taken care of. And you just kind of have to weigh the pros and cons, right? And for me, the con is like, yes, I'm missing time with my family right now. But the pro is like, I know that I don't have to go get a 9-to-5 job that tells me when and where I need to be at a certain time. I know that I am making more money doing this than I would at a 9-to-5 job. Right?
Yeah, correct.
And so you just have to pick your bigger pain point.
Okay, got it.
We run away from pain, not towards pleasure.
Mhm.
Right? So if you guys are like, I don't really want to do this, well, I want you to imagine the worst when you guys are like, I don't want to make this phone call, I don't want to make this dial, I don't want to do this open house. All right, well, you don't want to do it, but I want you to think of like the worst possible scenario. What if you had to lose your house?
Yeah.
What if you had to give up your car? What if you couldn't afford groceries for your family? What if you couldn't pay the electric bill? I really want you guys to sit and think with that, because when you can imagine that, you're going to start moving ways that you didn't think you would move. Does that sound fair?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. And I know that I went over you guys, and I apologize, but I'm hoping that this is helping you guys because you guys are still here.
Yes, helpful. Very nice.
Questions? Anybody else got questions? Anything else that you guys want me to touch on?
Yeah, I have a quick question. You mentioned that you do seminars. Are these in-person seminars or virtual seminars?
They are both. They are both. So I do seller seminars, I do buyer seminars, I do financial seminars, I do agent mastermind groups. That one's in person because I want that relationship, because I'm also using it for agent attraction. So the more that I can give to somebody, the better that they will want to come work with me later on. So it's not me literally saying like, I need you to come over to EXP today, right? No, it's me providing value. Again, with just the same thing on Facebook, whether that's clientele or agents, like providing value so that way they see they want to come work with you and join you, right? Like the thing is with the consumer, or even with agents, you need to remove the friction as much as possible. And think about your processes. Right? Think about your systems. Where is there friction and how can you remove it? Does that sound good?
Yes, thank you so much for sharing.
You're very welcome. Any other questions, you guys?
Do we have any limit in opening the Facebook accounts, like a business page, personal page, VIP page? We can open number of pages?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anybody else? Oh, I'm glad that you guys got some value from this, Steve. I hope to see you out there, since you're especially in my area, in my neck of the woods. Find me on Facebook.
I'm already following you. I think you're a little rock star.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys are all, and here, you know what, you guys, I'm going to leave off with this. I am no different than you guys. I am the same as you guys. I'm just putting in a lot more hours. That is it. That's the only difference. Does that sound fair? So you guys can be just as good as me. I promise you guys, I'm no better than you guys. All right? I am just determined not to lose in this market. Okay?
Very nice.
I cannot find you. The only profile that I can find you, but the profile that I see, the last activity is from April 10th.
You can't find me? It's Lani Fisher. Lani Fisher. And it's
Lani Fisher, but the last post is from April 10th. Is it because
you're looking at my old business page, and that my old business page got hacked.
Okay.
And so it's a picture of me and my daughters, my daughter, my bonus daughter, and my wife. And I believe it's the no hate on our cheek.
Oh, there are like 4 people on the picture?
Yep. Okay. And we're in like white t-shirts. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
All right, you guys have a money-making weekend. I wish you guys the best and good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one, you guys.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.